how much of this field did I thought you might have said it was at a 50 by 100 or something that
Yeah,
you
I'm
fill up?
thinking about 50 by 100, but again, that might not be quantified in terms of the actual space because I got my seeds late, so now I can see how much space they need between them, and I would build something, maybe even in CAD, just to kind of lay it out, or even do
Yeah.
like what you did, right, with Excel. So I think 50 by 100 is enough because we're going to fence that as well, so to keep the critters out.
Yeah, yeah. So what's a 50? Let's see here. Where's 50 feet? Okay, yeah. Oh yeah, it's quite small. Like if you could do, yeah, there's 100. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, why not? Why not? I mean, you might as well just stuff the greenhouse, you know, back here. It's just a small little greenhouse. Put it close to wherever you're going to be staying so that you have
Yeah.
access to it, and tucking it up in that corner um, gives it some wind protection from the north with these trees. Also gives you lots of exposure. It really opens it up, and then you could, that field, just put it right around here. Just do all this, get that field here, 50 by 100, whatever it is.
So
Go
I
with
was
that for
thinking,
now.
what about putting the fence around the greenhouse too, or bringing it up to the door, like creating like a little enclosure of sorts? Or does it like kind of a waste of fencing, I guess, if it's going around?
Um, no, I mean, what do you want to fence this whole thing?
No, just like what you're showing there, because I think if we go from here, it would probably be much larger, and I don't know if I would fence that. I think it would be more traditional, right? Like you just be,
Well,
I don't know,
my
actually.
thinking is if you're gonna like, are you talking about like permanent boundary fences? Like you're gonna put in like 10-foot posts and then do like a high tensile fence kind of thing?
Possibly, yeah.
So, I mean, if it were me, I would just fence this whole plot because
Okay.
you're gonna expand into it.
Mhm.
So if you only fence, like let's say you do this area, let's say you kind of do it around the greenhouse a bit or something, you kind of do
Yeah,
an area like that.
yeah.
If you fence that now and then next year you want to do more land, now you have to pull out fence posts or open things up, and then
Okay.
you
So
know
I go ahead. Yeah.
like the cost, like, so it's about let's calculate it here. It's about $15 a foot. So let's just see what this would, if you were to fence this, what would this approximately cost? If you just went and said, let's just do the whole thing, because at the same time, you might, maybe you're not 100% sure where this project will go, and then I could see a reason to start small. But
Yeah.
634 feet there, 634 times 15. So yeah, 9,500 bucks,
Wow, yeah.
opposed to if you just did it. So 9,500 bucks opposed to if you just kind of fenced what you were going to use this year. 294. 294 times 15. Yeah, half, 4,400 bucks.
Okay.
But I mean, having said that, it is what it is. Yeah, because if you were to refence, you can see my screen, right, on the Google
Yeah,
Earth.
absolutely. Yep.
Yeah, so I mean, like, if you did that, you said, okay, let's just start with this.
Mhm.
If you wanted to expand into this, you're going to have to unpull all of these,
Right.
and then you can reuse them, right? It's labor. It's labor to pull them out, and then it's labor to build the fence anyway. So that's going to happen regardless. But you got the labor to pull this up. It's not a ton of work, and
Okay.
maybe I've certainly done things like that in the past, but
Okay.
yeah.
So a couple of questions for you then. So where that main full perimeter for the smaller area that you've just now created these little outlines. So the top left-hand corner. So from there, from that top left-hand corner to the bottom right-hand corner, there's quite a change of elevation, like it dips down, and those trees are all back there. I mean,
Yes.
ideally, I think the greater growing area is in this front section. We're not going to do that because it's too exposed. Like we want, actually, that greenhouse is probably going to come closer to the bottom right hand corner.
Yeah.
But regardless, that's the layout that you're doing. Because
Yeah.
I'm thinking about the sun. Is the sun? Am I going to lose sun on the backside of those trees that are not going to hit it if it gets down in like a bit of a gully, or like a bit on the backside of
Oh,
the?
okay. Yeah. Let me pull up. Let me look at the contour map and see. Oh, I see. Because yeah, this actually.
Dips way down.
Yeah, I see what you're saying now. Yeah, it's not as clear on Google Earth as it is with this. So
Yeah,
yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, because
really
this
drop.
this
Yeah,
slopes this actually slopes to the north. Well, it's like west north.
okay.
I see what you're saying. Yeah,
So that
yeah.
little corner there, that's kind of why we wanted to do 100 by 50, because that's the only relatively flat area. And also, I mean, I think it would be difficult to install a large high tunnel if you don't have a relatively flat base, right?
So could you just use this?
That's already part of the campground, so
Okay,
that's
okay. So
part of the
you need to
green.
use
Yeah,
this field, and so we're
and
really
it's
talking
tilled.
about this zone here.
Yeah, and it's tilled, right? So we don't have to,
Yeah.
tarp it. Well, I
Okay.
guess, yeah.
Yep, that's yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
It's basically just what I showed you, but just,
Yes.
move it there.